EA Sports brings you a special edition of the National Football League for this Thanksgiving matchup. It's the Dolphins and the Packers on Thursday night.
This is such a special place. You drive through the streets of Green Bay, no tall buildings, quaint houses, and then boom, right there in the middle of the neighborhood is iconic Lambeau Field. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Packer team as we enter play here. The streak continues, doesn't it? They come in here a perfect 11-0. Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Dolphins, they've come in on a nice run of recent form, 4 wins out of 5.
And how about that defense last week? They pitched a shutout, and it's really more like a no-hitter because they absolutely dominated that game from the opening whistle.
Time to set the old turducken aside and get ready for football as here we go on a Thanksgiving night. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So the Packers make their way out for the first time, and it's Jordan Love that has the keys to the car here in his 5th season as a pro and 2nd as a starter.
And Love established himself as a legitimate franchise quarterback a season ago. And let's not forget, he had to exhibit a lot of patience waiting for his opportunity to become the man. And once he got that chance, he hit the ground running. The question now from the rest of the league, can he sustain that success? The Packers certainly believe he will.
Here we go. Here we go. Hut, hut.
A first carry for the all-pro running back. It's Josh Jacobs. Yeah, boy, it is tough to bring him down that time. He surges forward. He's going to get a full 6 out of that. 2nd down.
Let's go. Hut, hut.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33. The CD, this offense at 11-0 now on the year. A few weeks ago, I remember asking you what kind of percentage chance that you thought they had at staying unbeaten the entire season. I think you said 25%. I'd imagine that number probably grown since then.
I would agree with you, and I'm going to actually bump it up to closer to 50%. Only because they still have some tough games to come, and keeping that focus throughout the entire season, that's been a really difficult thing to pull off. But so far, they've done it, and they've done it well.
And he's going to have a Packers first down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows first down. Didn't get it by much, but bottom line got the first down. Avoiding that 3 and out, how vital is that on the first drive?
To me, it's like the first round of a boxing match. It may not mean much right then and there, but you'd rather not lose it, right? So you want to go ahead and get it, kind of establish something early, and hope it can carry through.
Now, during that run, an injury here, we got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. From the 41, here's 2nd and 5.
Here we go. Set. Set.
Switching things up, they'll throw it now with Jordan Love. Now this aired out deep for Reed. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Pass knocked away by Javon Holland. You talk about this Miami defense. They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
I still crack up a little bit after we left our meeting with the defensive coordinator, because I said to you, stop me if you've heard this before. How about him saying, well, first order of business, we got to stop the run. Of course you do. He's got to.
This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Packers. Romeo Doubs with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Packers put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. With these Thursday night games, sometimes you get those quick turnarounds. You wonder how a team's going to start. They started really well.
Everyone's always wondering, going into a Thursday night game, who has their legs, who has the overall health of a team. But mentally, if you get that early edge, the other team might think to itself, it's been a short week. We're not really ready to go. You might run them into the ground that way. That's why getting that early score means a lot.
Carlson's extra point up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Well, the Dolphins head out, led by the NFL's leading passer in 2023. Now in his 5th season, Tua Tagovailoa.
And he's coming off a great season where he put up career highs in yards and touchdowns, while also leading one of the most prolific scoring offenses in the NFL. The number one thing he did last season, though, staying healthy. When he's on the field, Miami can roll.
On play action, here's Tua. And this one is incomplete.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
Looking to pass, Tua. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Raheem Mostert. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down. And you look at this Packers defense. They were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
I just consider myself fortunate that I'm not in charge of the offensive line. They gave up 7 sacks last week. And if things don't improve in this game, the head coach isn't going to be looking at the offensive line. He's going to be looking at the offensive line coach. And that's when things get dicey.
Packer pressure, and down he goes. Lucas Van Ness has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 38-yard line. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the first down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
That's to the new Dolphin. It's Odell Beckham Jr. And they move this all the way down to the 9. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. From the gun, it's Tua. Caught on the slant. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Odell Beckham, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Dolphins are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own.
As a former defender, I would be angry as well. Could not get off the field. Well-executed offensive drive. No matter what the defense tried, they couldn't stop them.
Jason Sanders now for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it's OBJ, Odell Beckham, who ends it with a touchdown reception. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Ready. Ready.
They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they... football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They come up with exactly 1 minute to go in this first quarter.
Ready, ready. Set, go.
On first down, they go with Jacobs again. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. A check on Jacobs from a week ago. 12 carries, 94 yards, and a score.
Well, obviously, he didn't have a great deal of time between games, having to turn around on a short week and get ready for Thursday night football. But he said in pregame he was feeling pretty good and felt more recovered from last week's contest than he would have expected. Didn't seem to think this short week was going to affect him much as he chases a big performance.
This is caught inside the 15. And he'll be marked down deep on Miami's side of the field. Now a timeout called for by the offense. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining.
Ready, set. Set, ready. Ready, ready.
Here's Jacobs. He gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. These two teams all tied after 1. Back for the second quarter in Green Bay. It's the Packers in possession of the football as they come up now 2nd and goal.
Down.
Jacobs again. And he'll be stopped up short as the tackle is made at about the 3. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
4th down now after a loss of 2.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Well, they're going to try this. They need 5 full yards to hit the end zone here on 4th and goal, but they're going for it.
Ready.
Throwing. Love. He's got Watson. It's caught. Touchdown, Packers. A 5-yard touchdown catch. And the Packers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
4th and goal, and they found a way to throw it in the end zone for a touchdown.
And these defenses, they just like 3 downs, get off the field. But here they had to go 4, couldn't get it done.
A lot of the time, you're looking up and saying, okay, if I hold them for 3, at worst, I give up a field goal attempt. When they go for it, sometimes it really affects the defense because maybe they're not mentally prepared to go that 4th down.
Carlson's extra point up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. So Miami coming out for their second drive. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
But ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's third down.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle, and frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play-action fake.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. To a hit, and the ball is out. And the Packers pick it up. And they'll have a short field to work with inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. Make it 2 weeks in a row now. He's kind of been Johnny on the spot. A fumble recovered last week, and now 2 in a row.
Reminds me a little bit of an old teammate of mine. We used to call him the Vulture because he would swoop in and clean up after the play was made. But, boy, we said it with a lot of affection because he made a lot of game-changing plays by getting to the football that had been knocked loose.
What was your nickname, by the way?
Can you go get me some water, guy, please? The rest of us are playing.
Yeah, right. Too humble. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Let's go. Hut, hut.
This to Jacobs on the toss right. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. A stoppage here following the play, and it looks like Josh Jacobs was shaken up and in need of some assistance. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Now it's 2nd and 10.
Set, hut. Hut, hut.
To throw now. Here's Love. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Romeo Doubs with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Packers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, CD, that's his 2nd touchdown already. And how about this offense? 3 drives, 3 touchdowns.
An absolute total team effort right now. And let's face it, I don't think he's done. We're still in the first half. There's a lot of time left to go. I don't know what they're going to do on the other side trying to slow him down. But right now, he's feeling it.
Carlson's extra point up and good. And it's now 21-7. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
It's Hill, complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
In motion, Hill. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. Finding Waddle crossing the field and bringing it in. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Well, they've already allowed 3 sacks in this first half. Now a holding penalty.
So I think drastic measures had to be taken, right? The regular way was not working. He was getting hit almost every snap, it felt like. They had to try and keep him upright.
They fake the handoff. Now Tua. He'll let this go deep for Waddle. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to step out of bounds at the 35-yard line. It's a big play there for Miami. 41 yards.
So often when we're watching a football game, we see one with a lot of ebbs and flows, and this one is no different. And sometimes you just need a big play to wake you up a bit. And they get one right there. That shot of caffeine this offense was looking for.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Right back to Jalen Waddle for another catch. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. 2nd and a couple. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. 2 yards to go, 2nd down. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves.
They have pressure coming, and they got him once again. Lucas Van Ness able to get in there yet again. That's already 3 sacks for him here in this first half of football. Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. The Packers offense and Romeo Doubs getting ready to go back to work. And seemingly every time they've looked his way in this first half, it has resulted in a big play, as borne out by the numbers. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. Looking deep here for Doubs. And this will be caught at the 30. And he'll be marked down deep on Miami's side of the field. A big play there just before halftime. 61 yards.
I'll tell you what, this is not going to be a fun discussion at halftime for this defense. They've been absolutely taken advantage of in the first half. And here's another play for big yardage.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the... Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7. Maybe a little fortunate there. That was leaking a little, maybe leaking a lot, but he got it.
Yeah, he actually was able to make it work. How about the body language, though, right? As he watched that ball leak to the right, trying to bring it back in, and had just enough to get it done.
So we've reached halftime here on a Thanksgiving night as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. A number of great games coming up this holiday weekend. Of course, we begin tomorrow. The second ever Black Friday game. The Raiders, Chiefs from Arrowhead. Even more good matchups to check out in the late afternoon window. A 4 o'clock start up in Baltimore, where it'll be the Ravens taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. And lastly, on Sunday Night Football, This will be one to tune in for, as they've got a good one lined up between the San Francisco 49ers and the Buffalo Bills. It was the Packers' leading man, quarterback Jordan Love, who turned in a solid performance in that first half. He threw a first-quarter touchdown pass, then 2 more in the second quarter, a 3-touchdown half, and he may just be getting started.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Dolphins down on the scoreboard, but they'll have it first as we get going in this third quarter. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
And that's caught inside the 30. It's a big play there for Miami. 46 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 27. The slot man in motion right. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down. Sure didn't take this offense long to get within striking distance of the end zone. 2 plays.
Feel the energy? You can just feel it, can't you? Because they are creating it on offense, the way they're running the football. Now they've swept into the red zone. Momentum all on their side.
And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. They run out of the shotgun with Mostert, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th. So on 4th down, Dolphin kicker Jason Sanders comes on from the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. The kick by Sanders is good, and that will close the gap down to 14. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing, all right? They didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need them to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
After the field goal, here comes Sanders to kick it away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Packers offense and running back Josh Jacobs set to take over once more. As we transition into the second half of the season, you can see he's the NFL's leader in rushing touchdowns. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on second.
Here's a 2nd and 5.
Ready.
In motion goes the tight end. Love now. Looking deep here for Dobbs. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Ready.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. And that's going to be incomplete. On now is the Packers punter. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And this will be down just inside the 30-yard line. Dolphins offense returning to the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. Oh, what a read on the outside as it's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Packers will take over possession here up at the 44.
Well, it's a cold night, and whether you're a quarterback that wears a glove on his throwing hand or not, that ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you. And that may have been what happened there.
The Packers offense and quarterback Jordan Love heading back out onto the field. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. Stays on his feet. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield. And hold on here because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's a 2nd down and 4.
Set. Ready. Ready.
Once again, it's Jacobs. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 50 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
But these Packers and these Packer fans really thrive in the cold temperatures here at Lambeau. And their guys have the lead here with a 1st and 10.
Ready.
Jacobs going to try the middle. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Here we go.
And they'll send the tight end in motion. Now Love. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. Touchdown, Packers. Romeo Dobbs, his 3rd touchdown of the game, 10th on the year. And the Packers will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. And he continues to be a focal point of this offense. That's now 10 touchdown catches for him on the year. Carlson on for the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. Just a 4-play drive that time. And that drive all capped off with a Romeo Doubs touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And able to get this out to the 25. Miami's offense set and ready to go. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
They get this to Beckham on the perimeter. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. From the 33, here's 2nd and a yard. Tua sets up to pass it. That's going to be caught by Waddle. And Waddle going to have a Dolphins first down as he'll get this up past the 35-yard line. 2 yards is the pickup, and the Dolphins are going to get a first down. We are headed to the 4th here on Thanksgiving night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Lambeau. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Tua going to throw. And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert. Now, hang on. We got an injured player down there. Oh, boy, that's Odell Beckham Jr., OBJ, who's hurting. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Second down and 4. Here's Tua. And he'll get this into the hands of Braxton Berrios. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. First target, first catch, and a first down. Tua setting up shop to throw again. Gets this one to Hill. The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and that'll make it second down. Now Tua. Buying time, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Preston Smith showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns, and a late sack, just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Looking right side, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander.
Wrap up.
Still moving. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Another solid game-changing play for this defense for the interception. At this point, though, I don't know that it's game-changing. I mean, they've got this one in firm control.
And you always hear about, you know, those stories about someone left their game plan behind and maybe you benefit from it. I'm not going to say that that happened, but they certainly have appeared on defense to be a step ahead this entire game. Guys are always in the right spot in order to make a play.
The offense has had its moments, too. Green Bay about set for another series. Here comes Romeo Doubs. This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him? Bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know that mid-game trade's going to happen, but good thought.
Let's go. Ready?
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Josh Jacobs with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Packers add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. And his stellar campaign continues. That now his 20th rushing touchdown on the year, a number that very few running backs have ever reached in a single NFL season. Now Carlson for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them in plus territory. Excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Miami set to take over. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big fourth-quarter hole. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their own 26. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Completes it to the tight end, Smythe. So nothing doing there, and it'll be 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Good work on the scamper by Tagovailoa. It's a 1st down.
It hasn't been the cleanest game for him, but there was a sign of improvement as he looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another interception to his ledger.
He'll swing this out to Mostert. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. Now a 2nd and 2. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Flushed out right, and he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure.
And this is caught, and he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Braxton Berrios. His first touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th-quarter deficit. Sanders now to add the extra point. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through.
Roughing the kicker.
Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And this one's going to be covered up by the Packers hands team. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Come on.
Second down, Jacobs once more. Shoves him aside, and he works free.
Boom!
Still fighting through tackles. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. And his big night continues on that last run. The yardage there going to move him over 100 yards now for the ball game. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Here we go, set. Hut.
They'll run right here with Jacobs. And he'll get this just inside the 30-yard line.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Now they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
So it's all over. A Green Bay victory. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Air-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle. Go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them. This one is now planted.
So for Green Bay, the streak continues as they push their mark to a perfect 12-0 now on the year. And they'll have a few extra days here now before they face the Lions next week. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, it's a tough one to swallow as they drop back to 8-4 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.